Hey, Yan. It's
Hey,
been great to meet you today at San Diego. How's everything going for you?
for me, it's great. I live in San Diego, so it's great. That's
Right.
always a
Yeah,
plus.
and it's also a nice view right here
Yeah.
that we have. Now, maybe to start off this, maybe tell me more about yourself and what you're doing at the moment.
Right now, I'm an AI consultant. I help large tech companies learn how to implement strategies into their enterprise environment, implement AI. Mostly Copilot. Copilot is the most popular right now.
Yep.
But I work with all AI tools.
AI tool, what? Any of the AI tools that you can give some example besides Copilot? You do a lot of consulting?
I do consulting for strategy and then also learning and enablement.
It's like the entire pipeline in the AI skillings and adoption. That's great. Maybe in doing all this, right, how do you think Copilot are transforming the world that we are doing nowadays, right? Before Copilots and right now with the Copilots. So what do you think about that?
With Copilot, what's amazing is that it's in an enterprise environment working with the Microsoft tools that we've been using for decades. And so within that ecosystem, Copilot, there's so many Copilots, right? So many Copilots. And because of its seamless integration on top of its data and security with enterprise data protection, it makes the most sense for users to use Copilot because it's already within the tools that we use. How it's transforming how we're doing work is that it's taking all of that repetitive, manual things that we've been trained to do for so long. Now Copilot can take care of those things, freeing us to have more freedom for like problem solving, brainstorming, creative thinking, collaboration, innovation, conversations with our peers, our stakeholders, really bringing in the human connection back into our work lives again.
So in this, right, there's so many values that you have been talking about. Wouldn't you be scared about Copilot or maybe AI is taking away your job?
No, I don't see it that way. I see it as augmenting our job to our best human potential. Because the thing is, AI only knows what we have taught it, right? Until we get to the next level. But right now, we still need that human in the loop. We need that human to help drive those conversations. That's why it's not called autopilot. It's called Copilot.
Copilot, I totally agree. We are still the main pilot in there. In a way, if I can ask you for one or two of the most impactful, maybe the use of Copilot, what will you be giving, right? Because Copilot, of course, you say can like conversations, brainstorming, but those are just a very generic. Could you point out maybe one or two more specific examples that it really bring impact to our work?
Right. Yeah. What I use Copilot for is it will simulate different scenarios for me. Either I'm doing market analysis or trying to get into the mindset of my customers. I will have it play out like 5 to 10, maybe more different scenarios and what if situations. And normally that would take me a long time to do. Yeah. But with Copilot, you can keep doing that all day and test out different scenarios and playbooks in order to find the best optimal route. Another thing you can do is the next level beyond brainstorming is have Copilot look for gaps in understanding and try to challenge your thinking to look for something that isn't very obvious to you, but it can look from a different perspective. And so you can play around with it and see alternate scenarios, alternate thinking paths, alternate perspectives, something that we don't allow ourselves time to do. But then with machines, they can do it all day.
And also from what you have been mentioning, I think I grabbed one key point is that it's really, we learn together with Copilot. Right?
Yes.
It's not that they are overtaking us, but we will learn together with them. And I would say it's like we leverage on them. In terms of the concept of, because we have been so many people saying about AI is going to replace our work. What is your thought about it? Here's my statement, right? If I would say AI will replace someone that don't use AI, right? Is that right? So do you agree with that? AI, they will replace someone that doesn't leverage on AI for their work.
I don't say replace.
Replace.
I don't say replace. I say augment. Let's make it clear. All of our jobs are changing. All industries are changing because of AI. Everything's changing. And because that change, it means that us humans have to change in the way that we do things. So the people that do not change they're going to have to do something else,
Okay.
right?
So people that do not change, right?
They're going to have to do something else because the people that do change, their roles are changing and they're changing with AI.
Yeah.
I don't say replace, I say change.
Change. That's a great point. In a way, I will feel that it seems like we got to change.
Yes.
Must change.
Yes. And it starts with those micro small habits of changing our behavior of how we think about work. Start small, and then those changes compound, and eventually you're going to see the benefits of it.
Yeah. I got no choice then. I got to change.
You got to change. We all have to change.
Oh, right. Maybe if I can ask this very difficult question. What if I don't want to change?
What if the world stops? What if technology? We're always changing. That's part of the human condition. Oh yeah, actually, right?
We are all changing every day.
We're changing every day.
That's right. Maybe as a final question here is that what is the one best career advice that you have received so far, so that we can inspire our audience as well?
Right. My best advice is to start now. Don't wait until something happens to you. Do something right now. Do something with AI. Learn how to interface with the chatbots. Go take a course. Go talk to a colleague. Go network with other people. Learn what AI is, but do it right now. Don't wait until it's too late. Do it right now. Start small.
All right, that's great. Now we got to start, right? But
yes.
Do you have any advice? How do I start now? you mentioned about now, right? Could you give some ideas? How do I get to start now?
Well, Copilot on the Edge browser is free.
Oh, Edge browser.
Copilot's free, so use that. Use ChatGPT. That's free. There's a lot of free tools that are available, and just start and choose one thing that you want these chatbots to do. Choose something that you want to learn about, and start there and see. Ask it to come up with a learning plan for you, or just start.
Yeah, just start to use those the free tools, right? So of course not to jump into the paid tools. Yeah.
Start small with the small tools, and then keep building your skills from there.
And of course we get to know each other from LinkedIn, and you share a lot of useful tips on LinkedIn as well, right? So I think we'll definitely get everyone to follow you on LinkedIn so that you can learn from your posts as well to know how to get started. That's great. Yeah. Like any other last thing that you wanted to talk on in here in this video? I
would say the AI space is changing really rapidly.
Yes.
And so it's sometimes there's a lot of hype. Sometimes there's a lot of noise. Sometimes there's just a lot of things to follow. Don't get overwhelmed. Just start small and then go where your passions will take you, because it's very fast moving. It changes constantly.
Yes, definitely. I really like that you mentioned, because when you mention about start small, I literally get calm. I'm not overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like you say, small or even step by step, right? That really changed the thinking in there, so that because change involves emotions.
It does.
Right.
Yes.
When you say you got to change, then you probably have a few uncertainty. You will be fear. How do I change? What do I change to? And so on. That's great. So I think that's got to do is, in a way, just start small, right?
Yes.
So that we'll see how it goes. What about, maybe you can share one little experience for yourself. How do you start small in one of the things that really help you nowadays, like, to change?
Right. When I first got Copilot, I was an early adopter. What I did was I wrote a list, 2 columns, something I wanted Copilot to do for me and something that I wanted to keep for myself. Right. And so I had that list for myself. And so I chose one, and I just did that for 2 weeks until it became a habit. And then I went to the next one. The first thing I did was, I don't want to write emails from scratch anymore. I want Copilot to draft the first draft always. And then I become the editor of those emails. Because I did that, all my emails are professional, no mistakes. They're very thought out. They have references and information on there. And because of that, my writing is consistent with emails. So that was a change that I quickly did right away.
Oh, that's great example of just start small, right? Which is what? Just writing it down, be more intentional, writing on what you want to do. Right, that's great. That changed my perspective of how do I get started. Right, I think that is a great tips for all of you. And I think with that, any last thing?
No, just keep learning. It's fun. Don't get scared. Lean into the uncertainty, but.
Yep. For me, I will say, let's get inspired. Make great things happen. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.